You don't need a Porsche Cayenne Coupe, but we're guessing you'd really like one. As the name suggests, this is a sportier looking version of the standard Cayenne large SUV, and it's been engineered with all the same Porsche thoroughness, which means that it's the very first large SUV coupe model the market's been offered, with handling that can really match the arresting looks that tend to be common in this segment. You might not be surprised to hear that a Porsche Cayenne Coupe drives almost exactly the same as an ordinary Cayenne. Of course, the standard Cayenne isn't exactly ordinary in the way that it hurls nearly 2.3 tons of Zuffenhausen real estate up the road. As with the conventional car, the steering is on another level to what you get from other large SUVs from most other brands, being meaty and direct. As in the straightforward Cayenne lineup, the engine range kicks off with a turbocharged 3-litre V6 petrol unit developing 330 PS. Next up is the Cayenne S, which gets a twin-turbocharged 2.9-litre V6 good for 440 PS. At the top of the range is the Cayenne Turbo, which gets a 4-litre twin-turbo V8, putting out a potent 550 PS. There are also two plug-in variants, making up for the lack of a diesel. First, the 462 PS E-Hybrid, and for really high rollers, a top Turbo S E-Hybrid with 680 PS. That sloping roofline trims around 20mm from the height of a normal Cayenne, and to even things out, a few extra millimetres of length and width have been added here and there. The result, to most eyes, is a much more elegant thing than either a BMW X6 or a Mercedes GLE Coupe. But then those cars are supposed to have an in-your-face demeanour. In a way, that's the point of them. A Cayenne Coupe doesn't bother with pavement theatrics of that kind, though it's equally style-conscious in its own rather more mature way. Up front, it's basically the same as a normal Cayenne, but various lightweight packages can be specified, each offering various carbon fibre interior and exterior trim elements, and seats with a combination of Alcantara and checked cloth upholstery. In the rear, the normal bench makes way for a couple of individual seats, separated by a storage tray, and a couple of cup holders live in this fold-down armrest. If you need to take 3 people occasionally, a 2+1 layout can be specified at extra cost, giving you a tiny seat in the middle here. Out back, as you might expect, the boot has shrunk in size from 745 to 625 litres, though folding the rear chairs liberates 1,540 litres, only 138 litres down on the standard car. Expect a CO2 figure from the E-Hybrid variant of up to 72 grams per kilometre, that's on the NEDC cycle. Fuel consumption for this variant is WLTP rated at up to 70.6 miles to the gallon. As for the mainstream versions, well, the base 3-litre V6 Cayenne Coupe manages between 22.2 and 23.9 miles to the gallon on the combined cycle, and between 212 and 215 grams per kilometres of CO2. The variance depends on spec and different wheel sizes. For the twin-turbo 2.9-litre Cayenne S, the figures are between 21.9 and 23.7 miles to the gallon, and between 212 and 216 grams per kilometre. As for the Cayenne Turbo, you're looking at between 20.2 and 20.8 miles to the gallon, with CO2 readings between 258 and 261 grams per kilometre. We would imagine real-world consumption on that top variant is likely to be a good deal scarier. The technology on offer here is awesome. Rear-wheel steering, air suspension, anti-roll systems and so on. But even if you don't stretch to it, you'll still get a car that dynamically redefines what's possible in its segment, just as Porsches always have.